I'm not a white supremacist. Honestly, shame on him. For someone that runs an organization called Blexit, do you even know what Blexit is?
I do not.
It's literally, we employ 40 black Americans that work in Atlanta, Chicago, and Philadelphia, trying to improve the well being of inner city black America.
So Blexit stands for Black Exit from Victimhood. Basically, systemic racism doesn't exist. It's because of the way you think that you perceive this. The system is fine the way it is. We don't need to change it. And it's insulting because it teaches these kids, don't challenge the system, don't critically think about the system and ask for evidence that backs up your claims. It's your fault for having a victim mentality that makes you think that there's systemic racism, that the world is out to get you. It's your fault that you're more likely to be born into poverty. It's your fault that you're more likely to live in a neighborhood that is more heavily policed than neighborhoods that have less black people in them. It's your fault that you're more likely to be stopped by a police officer when you're doing nothing wrong, that you're more likely to be arrested for a crime you didn't commit. And it's your fault that you're more likely to be killed by a police officer. And it's your fault that you're more likely to live in a state that's been targeted by gerrymandering by Republicans, such that you are not going to get the candidate you want because the districts are literally rigged against your opinion. It's your fault that black votes are more likely to be not counted or rejected. It's your fault that you're less likely to get a callback for a job when you have equal qualifications as someone else who has a whiter sounding name, which is a study that Harvard has performed twice in the last 30 years. They sent out hundreds of resumes with equal qualifications for these jobs, and the whiter sounding names were much more likely to get a callback for an interview. It's your fault that you're less likely to have a parent or grandparent or who worked at a company or attended certain universities because they didn't allow black people in until a certain point. It's your fault that you were systemically set back. And there's evidence of this in the Tulsa massacre when black people were financially successful and wealthy and white people massacred them because of it. It's your victim complex that makes you feel like black people are behind white people. It's none of that stuff. See, we don't need DEI because that's a tool that's used to overcome systemic disadvantages that we set up organizations like Blexit to teach people don't exist. All of this is evidence-backed. We have evidence to support all of this. There's a reason you can teach critical race theory in academia because they all have evidence to support them. Blexit, while he posed it as something that's going to improve conditions for black people across America, it is a great way to make black people complacent with a system that is rigged against them. It is, outside of like the KKK itself, one of the biggest tools for upholding white supremacy I have ever seen.